Welcome back to my 7-part seller series, where today in part 6, we are going to be talking about showings, what to know, what are best practices, because once you've done all of that hard work, you've priced it right, your agent's got the marketing on point, it is time to go live and it is time for it to show itself during showings. So we're going to be talking about that, and today in part 6, it's going to be all about showings. Everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin Martin and I am a local Nashville real estate agent and founder of the Caitlin Martin team, powered by 𝐋𝐈𝐊𝐄 Realtors, the Andrews Group. I specialize in working with savvy sellers who want to sell right and sell smart, as well as working with out-of-staters looking to relocate to the Middle Tennessee area. Now, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, thank you so much. Please feel free to click subscribe down below so that you are notified anytime I release new video content, which is every Tuesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time. So in today's video, we're talking all about showings. Like I said, you've done that hard work. It is time to go live, and it is time for all that hard work to pay off. So when it comes to showings, what do you need to know? The biggest tip that I like to give first is that first weekend that your home goes on the market. That's when you are typically going to get the most action, the most traction on the home, because it's brand new. Everybody wants to get inside, see how it really is. So instead of trying to necessarily juggle the kids and the pets and all of that through each various showing, it's a really great idea to either plan a staycation or a little weekend getaway so that you can leave the house in pristine condition, get out, let the home and your agent do the work for you so that you can get as many people through the door as possible, so that you're making sure that your home is as available as much as possible as soon as it comes on the market. Because again, you really want to capitalize, especially on that first weekend that you're on the market, because that historically is going to be the weekend that you get the most traction. Now, a lot of people will ask, well, is my home going to sell in that first weekend? And it depends. It really still depends. Our market, we're still very much in a seller's market as of summer 2023. But again, it's not that white hot market where everything was either going in 24 hours or before it hit the market. So there is still the opportunity that if the house is priced right and marketed well, it will go before by the time the weekend's over. Otherwise, it can, on average, take up to about 30 days for a home to sell. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with the home, especially if you've done all the proper work. It just means that our market's a little bit different. So once that first weekend has happened, if you haven't gotten an offer, that's okay. But you still want to make sure that your home is show ready, which can feel a bit burdensome when you're still dealing with living in the house and having kids and pets and all of that in the house. So a good rule of thumb is to have a laundry basket on each floor of the house. So if you've got 3 floors, have 3 laundry baskets, or whatever works best for you. But those laundry baskets should be your showing baskets, meaning that when a showing request comes in, especially if they want to see it on short notice, the laundry baskets can be those just dump and go. So clean off the clutter on the couches, on the countertops, things that were not there for the photos. Go ahead, dump it in the laundry basket, put the laundry basket in the car with you and the kids and the pets, and off you go. Also, before you go, make sure you turn on all the lights in the house. This makes a huge difference. People want to walk into a home that is bright and airy. They don't want to walk into a home that's dark. And yes, the agent, when they get there, can turn on the lights. But again, it just leaves a better overall first impression when you leave the lights on. Another thing to keep in mind, so once you've got the clutter out, once you've got the lights on, there's a big debate about candles. Because some people will want to put on candles because they think it's a lovely scent, and that's great. Here's the thing to think about though. A candle can be a bit of a double-edged sword, because certain candles or just certain stronger smells can make people wondering, is the candle burning because you're trying to cover up a smell? My stager, Kim Pierce, with a staging consultant, she always says that the best smell is no smell. I feel like the only real caveat to that is when it comes to fall. People love the fall scents. So you can get away with a candle more in the fall because you can set the ambiance of the house with the candle and some cozy blankets. And if you've got a gas fireplace, turn it on for the showing. Because another thing to keep in mind, when it comes to showings, you really want to do your best to really sell the lifestyle of the home. That's really important. So if people walk into your home in the fall and you've got the candle going and the fireplace is on and maybe a window is up to let the fall breeze come in because it's not that cold yet, it's going to help just kind of give them the feel. It's going to set the ambiance, going to show them the kind of lifestyle they can have. Now, if you have a beautiful pool in your backyard, have a float that you can throw in the pool as you're going out the door. And it can be one of those bigger floats that just shows like, hey, this is a great place to have a good time with family and friends during the summertime. Selling the lifestyle, like, do people look at the number of beds, baths, and square footage? Absolutely. But they're also looking at how can they live in the home? And that's where staging comes in, because there can still be a lot of staging items that can be placed around your house that help to sell that lifestyle. But again, if we're talking about just trying to make sure that you're hitting the points as you're walking out the door to get ready for those showings, these are all things to think about. In the fall, think about the cozy blankets, putting those out. In the summertime, you know, maybe having, like, really highlighting your outdoor space where families can enjoy during the summertime. These are all things to think about when it comes to showings. And again, it can feel like a lot, but a good thing to think about when it comes to showings is you do, even though it can be a little bit of a burden during the selling process, you want to make your home as available as possible to the very best of your abilities. Now, there's going to be times where maybe you have to turn down a showing and request a different time because that's how life goes. Maybe that is when baby naps. That is totally understandable. However, the more that it can be available, the better, because then you can make sure that you're not turning away any potential buyers that could be right for your house. And again, something to keep in mind, even though this may not feel like the most fun thing to do, it's a short period of time to ultimately help you reach that goal, whether it's move up or downsize or move to be near family. It's just a short moment in time. And really, if you've done all that proper prep work in the beginning, it helps lighten the load when it comes to actually being on the market and the showings. So again, these are all just like really great things to keep in mind when it comes to showings, because again, we want to make sure that you get the most amount of people through your home, because the more people that walk through, the more interest that it can drive, the more competition buyers can feel, and ultimately that can lead to getting you the best offer possible. So that was part 6. Coming up in part 7, we're going to be talking about, once you get that offer, what are the key elements that you need to look at, and what are the important things when you're just evaluating. What do you need to know as a seller to make sure that the contract is the right fit for you? That's what we're going to be talking about coming up in part 7. My name is Caitlin Martin. I'll see you next time.